Right, this is the follow-up video of the Stothert and Pitt W28 pedestrian roller. Started stripping the engine down now. Actually the bore is excellent. It's virtually nowhere there at all. Just removed the valves, exhaust and inlet valves, and cleaned up with a wire rotary brush to see how bad the seats are, and they're pretty good actually. The rest of the block now will be cleaned off. That's the clutch for the vibration clutch. Basically just going to strip the engine down, clean it up, clean all the parts up. I got some new bits that I accumulated over the years. These are new valves for this engine. It's a Mark 25. Around 2.5 horsepower, so it's a tiny little engine, but these were everywhere on building sites in the 1960s, 70s and into the early 80s. A lot of the machines I worked on with petrol engines in the beacon plant I had VILLIERS engines. Some of you may remember the scaffold cranes, the little cranes that they'd bolt to the scaffold. They had a VILLIERS engine slightly bigger than this one, with a friction clutch to lift up heavier parts to the top of the building. Also water pumps, they're good enough water pumps. The only time I come across a VILLIERS engine in a road roller was doing my apprenticeship, which was the same type of roller as I'm working on now. So that was, I think it must have been 1975. The summer of 1975 I last worked on one of these rollers with a Mark 25. So the weather's still raining, very wet and windy and dreadful, so I relocated to my little cabin here with all my spares, a fuel injection pumps and loads of ripper tines for draughts and seats for draughts, and all my spares, mags for D2s and D4s and JCB lamps, filters, even a stethoscope, a valve, a draught dividing valve lock for scarifier, which is another project I got to. So I'm confined into my little cabin today to work on this, so there's no rush. I just wanted to check out what the valves were like. The actual fault on this, there was no compression whatsoever when I first looked at the engine, and it was due to a sticking valve. It was stuck, the exhaust valve was stuck open, so it's just a lot of cleaning to do now. I never renew the valves. I got valves here. I'm not going to use them ever again, so I end up putting them in there. The way you check the measurements there, you just got to you put the valves in, you're going to make a measurement then from your guide. It's a little bit of indentation you can feel there. You just got to measure up the valves. I haven't opened them up yet. It's pretty tight in that one. It has been cleaned out. See, you check the gap there, and that's fully down. So at the moment it's just confined to an indoor job. My other projects on stop till the weather improves. The rest of the fleet, the rollers, I got some welding to do, brake cross shaft to do, and then it's rubbing down really. I got patches on the water supply tanks, 5 holes to weld up, but it's not a lot actually before I start prepping it for the respray. Then the JCB is going to be continued and be doing that alongside the TD6, which unfortunately has gone back, keeps getting put back since they stripped it out. I got all the parts ready to put it back together now. So people have often said to me, what are you going to do when you eventually finish work, and I told them I've got a lot of work to do at home, and that's leave alone the work in the house. Is the amount of plant in the garden I've got to deal with as well. But luckily I have a little, I got my store little place here, my bits and pieces. I got a toolbox there for the D2 and a fuel tank for the D2 and all sorts of bits. So if I ever get that coronavirus, I could self-isolate myself in this little room, and that's all I need is a little stool to sit on, and I'd be quite happy thinking about with this. So till next time, I'll show do a progress report on the engine and any of the other machines I managed to get hold of if the weather does actually improve. See you next time.